Mortgage Talk is on, where you receive good information for your mortgage needs, such as mortgage programs and foreclosure programs to help get you out of foreclosure. Stay tuned and hear what's coming your way.
All right, and good evening, and welcome to Mortgage Talk. How you doing? I'm Rick Montgomery, and glad you joined us here on a Friday on Mortgage Talk. Hey, thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you so much. Thank the great I am for just being here with us and all of us when we call upon him. Even when we don't call upon him, he's there. And he's there with us. Thank you for joining Mortgage Talk. And I'm Rick Montgomery, and I'm glad that you're here. I'm going to talk to you because of some interesting things that has taken place. Now, of course, you know this month is the month where we were continuing to talk about controlling your title. What is it that you need to do to protect your title from the non-hackers out there that is coming to take your title and your home from you? So we wanted to educate you more on the title, recap with somebody that probably already have a little bit of the knowledge, but may have forgotten a few little areas here and there. So we wanted to recap with them and you too. For some of you that did know, this is a good opportunity for you to take down some information and do further research upon the information that we share for you. We're going to help you to lay down the platform, the base. And it's up to you to build upon the base. And we'll come back each and every week and give you more information to add upon the base. What changed only for today is the startling information that we got in on Thursday. This is actually, we got the information on Wednesday, actually. And what was startling about this information is that 4 million people within the next 2 months are going to lose their home to foreclosure. 4 million Americans are going to lose their home to foreclosure. It's going to cause neighborhoods to have abandoned homes. It's going to stagnate property value. And in some areas, it's going to bring down property value based on the vacancy of the home and also based on the short sale that may have to take place, that some people are fortunate to be able to do to save their credit, but also damaging the neighborhood because short sales bring down property value. So it's very, very hurtful to know that all these homes are going to become available. And that includes townhomes, that include condominiums, and that includes single-family homes, that include 2 flats, that include 3 flat buildings, even a 4-flat building. That includes those buildings there under the umbrella of the residential market. Okay? This is starting. I give kudos, and I have to say this, and hang with me just for a second. I give kudos to the new Secretary of HUD, Monica Fudd, Miss Monica Fudd. Give her her proper respect. I give kudos to her for coming in and taking over from the idiot that was there before. You know, the one that was supposed to be the doctor and the one that did open heart surgery with no real proof of evidence that he actually truly did it. But nevertheless, that's a horse of another color. But I give kudos to the fact of how she came in there to clean up that mess that he left and create. Now, I'm not saying he didn't do some good. Maybe he did, but he did more harm than good. But there are programs that she's highlighting so you know about it. You do know that the federal government does not advertise on the programs that they have. They just don't. There's a lot of advertising dollars going in there. So they really have a lot of programs out there that can help you. But if you don't know about it, then you don't know how to go take advantage of it. And if you don't take advantage of it, then Congress sits back and they vote to cut. You know, some Democrats, a lot of Republicans, they'll vote to cut it out, allocate those funds somewhere else. So it takes community centers, thanks to COVID-19, that barely are opening, and some are opening, and they're busy trying to feed so many Americans that are hungry. God bless you so much, that are hungry. And so they have very little manpower to be able to set up training and educational courses. And those that do, God bless them so much for doing it, and may forever keep them to keep it open. And if you can donate your time, please do, please do, please do. Because that's what's going to get these type of informations out. But it takes people that has a platform like this that will utilize your platform by help spreading the information so it can get out there so people can hear it and people can know about it. And that's what Mortgage Talk is doing. Now, of course, we're on every Tuesday at 6:30 on the radio, internet radio, by the way, and we're on Blog Talk Radio. So you can go to blogtalkradio.com/Mortgage Talk 1. That's the number one symbol. And you can get us. All our histories on Blog Talk Radio. A lot of programs that I'm going to be talking about, you're going to find more of them on Blog Talk Radio. And you have to, and I'm going to tell you about some of them so you can at least go down and listen to what I'm telling you about the program, then go out and do further research. Some of the current programs are on Speaker.com. We're on Speaker.com. Just download the icon of Speaker.com and then type in our name, Mortgage Talk 1, the number one symbol, and you'll get us. We're on HAP TV. That's HAPP, and Twitch TV. We're also, even on the radio, we're on YouTube. Now, YouTube and I have a little difference here on our opening song, so I'm not even sure if we're still able to broadcast live from them. They said okay, but if it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. But at least you can hear us on the radio on YouTube. The YouTube is another great platform that many people can listen to, okay? But we're glad to have what we have right now, and we're glad to be able to share with you live stream, me, Rick Montgomery, talking to you about some of the programs that I'm going to be talking about today. But just want you to know where we are and how you can get us. Now, you can reach me by going to Mortgage Talk 1, number one symbol, at gmail.com. That's Mortgage Talk 1 at gmail.com. Ask me any question that you want to ask relating in the mortgage business and the insurance business. Okay? More than happy to answer any of those questions for you. Okay? And I will email you back. I've done it before. I do it now. I'm more than happy to do that. Even in the midst of the work that I do, I'll find the time to get back with you. Just have a little extra patience with me. I find the time to get back with you to get you the answers of the questions that you have asked. So nothing will never be unanswered, okay? So it just wants you to know that. But I want to stop today to talk to you about the other shoe that I've been saying is going to fall. It's almost on its way down now. Now is still a great time for you to refinance your property. Do so. Please, 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 please. Get it done. Get it done. It's easy. It's easy. Get it done. Refinance. Get the lower rate that you can get right now. It's going to help you in the long run. Kudos to Joe Biden and his administration. They really are putting money into various programs to generate this economy, and it's going to work. He may have taken a page, maybe a few pages, maybe a couple more pages from FDR book, but he's doing what he has to do to try to get the economy, and then fighting off the opposite, because they don't like the fact of money being thrown in. They think you should throw enough down and everybody scrabble for it, fight for it, and kill for it, whatever. And then whoever survived, that's great. But he's looking out for the future. And then the future is for America to keep the #1 economy. And because the #2 is really closing on us, and they are doing what Biden has already, it's starting to do. They've been done that. They put money into their economy. The Chinese, they put money into the hands of the Mongolian people. They put the money in their hands. Okay, they've done what they needed to do, so they will be able to get their economy stimulated. They have not wasted time at all in doing that. They out there doing what they know they have to do, so they can be able to keep their #2 economy in the world, so they can try to claim the #1 and move us out of the way, while Russia wants to move to the #2. So we're doing what we have to do, so our dollars can be the #1 dollar used. Good deal. Kudos to Joe Biden. Sorry, guys, that you don't agree, but you got to look at the overall picture and set bipartisan aside and join him, Joe Biden, and administration. Put in what you don't like about some things, because maybe we can make some changes. And I'm not saying that we can't, but we have to work together so we can keep this economy going. And I believe that President Joe Biden is doing the right thing on the right course to generate this economy back. My opinion, for what I see, you formulate your own, but that's what I see. Okay. I want to go into something with you and talking about some information. With 4 million people going to lose their homes in 2 months, I think this information is important and need to be shared. That's scary when you think about it. I don't know, have any of you ever been in foreclosure before, or have been in trouble with your home, whether it's a condominium, whether it's a townhouse, or a single family home, or 2-unit, 3-unit, 4-unit, under the residential market? Is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about commercial market. That's a different monster. I will be talking about commercial foreclosure, maybe 2-3 weeks on the radio. But on HAP TV, we're going to return back to talking about titles. But right now, we need to talk about this here now, so we can share some information with you out there. Now you're going to have to get up off your Duffy, and you're going to have to do a little research, make a few phone calls, and I'm going to leave some information there for you, so you'll be able to go and do that. You're going to have to be able to do this. Don't tell yourself that you can't do it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. This is your world, and you can protect your world. And you don't have to sit there and with your hands up in the air as if you've been stuck up. We know what COVID-19 has done. There's some programs out there that's going to be able to help. I'm gonna share some of them with you. There's so many. I just can't go through all of them, but I'm gonna give you as much of them as I possibly can. And you know me, I'm gonna come back, and I'll find a way to bring more back, to throw more out there, so you can have that information. You can always go back and review this. You can always go back and review it, and get down what I'm talking about. Get the numbers that I'm gonna be talking about. So you can always go back. Tell a friend about it too. Down there at the bottom are 3 dots, and you can click on those dots, and I encourage you to share it on your social media. Even if it's not what you're looking for, somebody on your social media is looking for it, and they will see it, and they'll be grateful and thankful that you have aired it on your social media. And I encourage you to do the same thing. Put it out there so somebody else can get the news too. And you'd be surprised, man. The Great I Am opened up a lot of doors, and you'd be surprised how blessings continue to shower, and it does when you keep your hand in God's hand. Now, my lender won't work with me. I get that question a lot. What should I do? My lender won't work with me. Well, your lender or your servicer, know the difference between them. Your lender is known as the investor. If you're on government programs, as you know, the federal government don't actually loan you money, they just back you up. They'll spend whatever it is if you default. So the bank winds up loaning you the money on behalf of the service, on behalf of the government, whatever program that it is, because they know that they're gonna get paid. You got a big boy standing over your shoulder, so yeah, we'll loan you the money, and that's what they do. Then they will service the loan on behalf of the investor, and they have to follow the investor guidelines, not their own. They have to follow the investor's guideline. Okay, so the servicer is the one that will receive your payments, monitor it. If you default, they're going to be the one that's going to hire the lawyer to file for the foreclosure. If a modification is needed, you make your request in, but know your investor. So you can also make your request first to the investor, second to the servicer. Don't count on the servicer to pass it over to the investor. Of course, the servicer's job to get you to just communicate just with them. Sometimes it's a good communication, sometimes it's a bad communication. If you have that bad one, you don't have time to be peed off. You really don't. I used to tell people this when they come to talk to me in my office when I rescue so many foreclosed homes. But I'm telling you exactly, so you don't get frustrated. It's already a frustrating situation that you're in. You don't need to be further frustrated. So therefore, when you get that, you got to put on your big girl panties. You got to put on that Superman Teflon and move, because you got a mission, and the mission is to save your world, and nothing you're going to let stop you from doing it. And so therefore, you know what? I'll call back later, because you're going to get somebody else different. You can just, thank you very much, and then hang up, wait about 5 minutes, call back, and I guarantee you'll get somebody else different. They're not assigned to you. So you get somebody that's different. But I recommend you to know who your investor is. Call your investor first. How do I know who my investor is? I don't know who my investor is. Go back to your closing documents. Go to your closing documents. Look at your closing document. Look at the mortgage documents that you signed. In other words, look at the promissory note. Okay? Look at the promissory note. And on the promissory note, it's going to tell you who your investor is. Okay? It's going to be on the promissory note. It's going to be on the mortgage deed also, because you signed both. Both have to follow each other in order for them to foreclose on you. They can't foreclose on you just having a promissory note and the deed is lost in space. They cannot foreclose on you, and you can challenge them, and then they'll get you a real estate attorney, and you can further challenge and stop any type of procedure of them coming to you on foreclosure. They need both documents in order to foreclose. You can't have the mortgage deed and don't have it. When they crash into the Twins Tower, okay, it burned up a lot of those mortgage deeds and a lot of those mortgage notes. A lot of homes out there now that they can't even touch because they don't have the promissory note and the mortgage deeds to go in to take over to do anything. So they sit idly by until taxes accumulates on them. And then here comes a tax investor that collects 3 to 4 years of taxes without anybody contesting it. Now he's given a tax deed, and now he can do something with that property, and now it can be moved on. Okay, instead of the original owner going back and claiming his property, and because ain't nothing you can go back, claim it, rent it out, live in it, fix it up again, nothing they can do to you, and you ain't even paying the mortgage payment. You have to prove. You got to bring proof to the table, and all actuality, they ain't got no skin in the game because everybody done been paid. And when you get a real estate attorney and they do their forensic investigation, you'll find out that those who have skin in the game don't been paid, and that's why the house is sitting idly by, and you sitting idly by scared because you ain't, well, I don't know, I did owe that, I did the fault. Go get your stuff, man, and move on. Let them come back and challenge you, okay? And I guarantee you, you will get zero challenge, right? I'm just telling you that on that behalf. That now, let's get back to here. If when you look at your promissory note, you know who your investor is, contact your investor and say, yes, Mr. Investor, I want the home, okay? Now, understand, be real with yourself. Come on, please, 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 don't get mad at me. Be real with yourself. If you got no way, you got no income, you got nothing, you can't do anything. Here are the strategy points that you may have to be able to do. Now, there are some programs I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to get into it, that could fit for you. So still keep an ear. Don't walk away after I said this. If you're not working, and you don't have a job, you got no income, period, you're not going to be able to get any kind of workout program that requires you to make payments, okay? You may have to consider signing a deed of lure. Most, investors will allow you 2 months or 1 month and will even pay for you to relocate. I've known some to give as much as $3,000, okay? Stop. Depending on the area in which you live, if it's in a low income area, if it's in a moderated area where crime rate is high, if it's in a mixture area, but crime rate is rising, then you got some leverage. What kind of leverage do I have, Rick? Well, the leverage that you have is that they don't want anyone to break into the home and start stealing things like the furnace, the lead pipes, okay? They don't want them to come in there and start gutting the house out. And mention that. And if you have any statistics that you can pull just in your area, you can usually get them from your local police department. You can utilize those statistics and say, here, look. Now, I know that I can't pay anything right now, or I can pay, this is all I can pay here, $120 or something. But this is a high crime area. I know about it. I know the people in the neighborhood, and you put in this in writing, okay? And I know the people and get someone that you can write this correctly and say the right wording in there, where you're not giving them 4, 5, 6, 7 pages. Don't nobody like reading 4, 5, 6, 7 pages. They really don't. You don't care how great it is, they don't. So you got to consolidate that down to a page, no more than a page and a half, okay? And the opening, damn, it's got to be like a book that you capture their instant immediately where they can't put it down, okay? Remember that. Now, you are explaining in the whole contents, in the whole body of this, that the type of area that you're living in and the risk factor and the percentage of burglaries in that area. If you were still here, I'll be making this payment. Meanwhile, I'm in training. To gain another position where I'll be able to pay more. The training is going to be for probably 6 months. But I can still be here renting from you, protecting the home at the same time. Well, we can't keep the foreclosure open that long. I understand. but I'd still be able to still be here protecting the home, and then maybe I can buy it back from you. Well, yeah, maybe. Most cases, they don't want to sell it back to you, but guess what? If the house was just in your name and wasn't in your husband's name, the house is in your name, but not in your new fiance's name, then he can buy it back. Okay? Mom and dad, the bank of mom and dad can buy it back. Okay? Or you may not even want to buy it back. You have opportunity to save some money and protect the home there too. You got to use the tools that's in your possession. Because some of you, when I tell you about a lot of these great programs, you're going to be happy about them, but a lot of you are not going to get it because you waited too late. Rather you knew about it or you procrastinated, whatever it is. I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying it's not going to save everybody. But maybe this, what I'm telling you, can just buy you time and get you time, can carry you over to the summer, can carry you over from the summer to the fall and to the winter, giving you opportunity for next year. So it all depends on the crime rate from where you're at. Express that with factual statistics in the area, crime rate spreadsheets, whatever you can get. And you put that together to them in a proposal, one option proposal. Don't give them A or B. One option proposal. And this is what your proposal is. And I guarantee you that you'll be totally surprised, totally surprised how they will accept that. HUD accepts it a lot. So I'm telling you. So do not think that this doesn't work. I have done it for clients that I couldn't refinance them. So I gave them time to be in the home. And then I came back a year and was able to convince the investor to finance them, or I'll get financing and let them have the property back without them contesting anything about it. And I've done that before. Okay, I have. Even some say, oh, they're good people, but nah, no, sorry. Okay, well then I've got the uncle, I've got grandma, I've got the bank of mom and dad to buy the property back. They got the property because after 120 days, they quit claiming them onto the property. So now they got full interest into the property. Not on the promissory note, but full interest into the property. Now they have to wait another 120 days. So the quit claim could be on the property where you can pull the title anywhere in the world and their names and stuff will come up. Now they can refinance the property. Oh yes. So see, there's a lot of things out here, a lot of good strategies that can be done and can help so many people that may lose their homes and give you some options to be able to come back. Sometimes you just got to walk away. Sometimes the best thing, you did everything you do, you got to start fresh, man, because it could be your time for something bigger to happen for you, even a bigger house. So don't walk away with your head down. Put your head back up, baby. Put your head back up, because bigger and better things is going to come to you, especially if you keep your hands in the hands of the great I am. I guarantee you, he never give you anything too hard for you. And if you lose something here, he'll give it to you back 10 times fold. Now, test your faith and your belief, even in the heated, crushing mess. You keep your faith, you will be able to give a testimony. Oh, yeah. And people are going to feel it when you're giving it because they know it happened to you. You'll be able to give a testimony. And you don't know how much energy that you're putting out there in the universe and how much energy that you putting out there for those that are listening to you that will be able to suck up that energy and now know I got a fighting chance. So I'm telling you, now, got to move on, okay? My lender won't work with me, okay? Your lender or servicer has to follow FHA servicing guidelines. FHA writes the guidelines for all financial institutions and regulates for FHA insured loans. So they stay more to make sure that you don't miss nothing out of out of the loans that we endorse, our loans that we back up. Okay. If your lender is not cooperating, then you contact FHA, National Servicing Center, known as NSC, and you contact them at area code, and it's toll free, 877-622-8525. 877-622-8525. Provide all information. That's your name, Social Security, loan number, physical address, tax ID number. It's on your taxes. It's called the index number. Give them that, okay? If they need you to send them over a legal description, guess what? And you should have got this when you close your house. You should have got a copy of that title. You should have got a copy of that title. And so now you can take that old copy of that title, because on the last page it's going to be like a big paragraph. That's going to be your physical address. Block section 32 of the Long Henry Center, 3.5 by 85. It's going to break all that down. That's your physical address. Okay, I'm sorry. That's your legal description. Excuse me. That's your legal description. Okay. And if you don't have it, then say, hey, I don't know what it is. I don't have it. But you give them enough information that this hotline can help you, and they will help you. Okay. Hold on, Rich. What if I'm on a VA? You do know VA has one of the lowest foreclosure ratio, period. Everybody wish they could mark VA. VA is really, really, really work with their veterans, and they got a lot of good programs to even help them from going into foreclosure, even help them when they're in foreclosure. And no, VA is the one that gives the authorization to go ahead on and foreclose on you, just like HUD does. Which is FHA, which is under HUD. But they still will work with you, and they got some great programs. Contact your VA office, give them the necessary information, and they can pull some of their program to see which one is going to help fit you. So don't give up, okay? Rick, what if I have a conventional loan then? Okay. Conventional loan basically is when you borrow money directly from a bank, and you're bank buyable, okay? Even if you're non-conforming, it counts for non-conforming. Credit challenge, but they had a program. I went to a mortgage company, the subsidiary of a bank. A lot of banks own mortgage companies. They are subsidiary of them, and they are what they call their BC market. They are their challenge credit market, okay? And so we can't be in this branch, but go across the street over here, or go down the street over here. They will help you, and they're part of them, okay? Or they're part of their conglomerate, or they're part. And when I say conglomerate, I mean a lot of them work in conjunction with, because they're all friends. They're all in the same hood, okay? So they all work together. So you got some banks that do that. So wherever it is, whether you're non-conforming or conforming, this applies to you just as well. So if you have a conforming loan, first talk to a HUD-approved counselor before you talk to your lender on the conforming side or the non-conforming side. First, talk to a HUD housing counselor. They're going to open up your eyes and educate you to a lot of stuff. Trust me, I'm telling you the truth. I used to be a HUD counselor. I'm telling you. You got a lot of good, dedicated cats out there, man. Good women, good men out there that really, truly want to help you. Yes, if they get involved to help you, sometimes they will even charge you a little small fee for whatever they're doing. Trust me, the information and knowledge and the results that they do, they'll bring it back to you. You'll never, ever regret it. So the number to a HUD counselor is 800-569-4288. 4287, 800-569-4287. You can also contact Hope Now. Remember that. Hope Now. Call the Home Hope Hotline at 888-995-HOPE. That number again, 888-995-HOPE. And ask for some assistance in working with your lender. And they will work with your lender with you. The HUD Council will even do it too. Okay? And it's good to have knowledgeable people with you, because not only do they help bring about some understanding for you, but they also give you that energy. You're going to get it because they're going to help you, and you're going to feel a lot better than being all bent over and down. It's going to lift you up some, okay? You're in a fight. If you know you're in a fight, don't you want to go have an ally that is just as good or have fought wars like that before? Now you got them for your ally. Now you can go in. You can feel good. Don't get over cocky, but now you can go in, okay? So just to share that with you, first contact a HUD counselor first. Then from what y'all come together with, either both, or then you can contact the lender and let them know, okay? And for any reason, if you can't get the counselor, or you want to talk to both, then call the Hope Now, and now you got some good information on what to do and some assistance if you so desire. Moving on. Now, you may ask the question, why are you giving me this, Mr. Mortgage Talk? Why are you telling me about this? Well, the Federal Housing Administration, which is known as FHA, which is part of the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, known as HUD, is working aggressively to halt and revive the losses represented by foreclosure. Never before. And trust me, you got a good Secretary of Housing. And Monica Fudd is, whoo, she's good. She's good. She is good. Through the National Servicing Center, FHA offers a number of various loss mitigation programs. Okay? Information resort to assist FHA insured homeowners and home equity conversion mortgage, known as the HECM, HECM. Borrowers facing financial hardship or unemployment and whose mortgage is either in default or at risk of being in default. With anything that you are behind on, especially mortgage, and you're talking with these agencies, they're working with you, they want a letter of hardship of you to explain how and why you got into this. Some of my clients used to panic when they had to do that. What am I going to say? I don't know what to say. My husband was a crackhead. He turned to crackhead, and he was a breadwinner. Now he's not anymore. My whole life is devastated. What am I going to do? Okay. Let me tell you what the contents of that letter should be. An explanation on what happened. Tell the truth. Okay. Husband breadwinner. I'm working. He's working. He made more money. We bought the house together, but he was first on the promissory note, and I'm second. Not because I'm his wife, but because of income. It doesn't matter when you're married. Just because you're a female, it don't mean that you automatically second. That's a bunch of bullcrap. Okay? You make more money, your credit is greater than his. Guess what? You're gonna be first. He's gonna be second. Okay? That's how it goes. And you express that. I can't explain why that happened to him, only pray for him to get better. Meanwhile, I have to be able to live, and my 2 children or 1 child or whatever, my dog and I, we still have to live, okay? I want to keep my house. Don't go giving slop stories about, yeah, he left me, he kicked me in the nuts, and he did this, and he did. They don't want to hear all that stuff, okay? If he was abusive, that's all you got to say, my lovely females. If he was abusive, then you say, I don't know what happened to him or how he got like that, but he became abusive. And in most of the cases, they do. Either they're abusive by words of tear down, that's abuse, or they're physically abusive. And you can state, he physically and mentally abused me. I have to call the police and be able to back it up with copies of police reports. When you state that, it only levels your case up even more. You go on further to say, if you can assist me in reinstating this loan, if you assist me in working with the interest rate to lower the rate on this loan, making it affordable for me and my family can still be here. They're gonna lower the damn thing anyway, but you say that. So now they're gonna look at your income a little bit more closely. Okay. I expect a raise. We all expect a raise, don't we? Sometimes we get it, sometimes we don't. I expect a raise within the near future. Or I expect a raise from my job. And you're going to show the downfall, what happens, but you're showing an uplift in your letter of explanation. And that's it. If you just give me this chance, I'm already on the curve. But if you give me this chance, I can curve on up and stand on top again, even without him. You understand what I'm saying? That's what your letter of explanation has to be. You put that in your letter of explanation, you'll grasp the interest, and you will gain the assistance that you're looking for. Okay? Don't put a whole lot of that other stuff in there. I want to tell you about one such program that is out there, and that's the HAMP program, which is a FHA Home Affordable Modification Program. It's designed to help FHA insure borrowers who meet HAMP eligibility requirements to avoid foreclosure, and by permanently reducing their monthly mortgage payments through the use of a partial claim. Now, they revamped HAMP. HAMP ended in December 17th in 2017, and then somebody breathed life back into it. The partial claim defer the repayment of mortgage principal through an interest-free subordination mortgage that is not due until the first mortgage is paid off under the partial claim. Lenders are authorized to advance funds on behalf of the borrower or borrowers, put S onto it, to reinstate a delinquent loan. The HAMP will allow HUD to bring eligible FHA borrower payments down to an affordable level, and this will be accomplished by bringing the mortgage current, buying down the loan to make it affordable for that young lady in the example that I gave you. Buying down the loan by as much as 30% off the unpaid principal balance. and deferring the amount in a partial claim. And that can work for that example of the lady that I just gave you. You can call the NSC at 800-225-5342. That's 800-225-5342. Are there government programs to help with mortgage payments? These are questions that I get. Are there government programs to help with mortgage payments? Mortgage Talk got breaking news for you. Breaking news. The federal government mortgage assisting program, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, you remember them? Those LLC companies, one part of the federal government, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, which are now owned by the federal government, are providing mortgage help to hundreds of thousands of homeowners from a few different programs. How can I lower my monthly mortgage payment without refinancing? How can I lower my monthly mortgage payments without refinancing? Well, first, you can make extra payments per year. Now, let me explain that, because you hear people tell you that all the time. You can make extra payments a year, okay? You go, okay. Let's say your payments are $700 a month. Keep the figures even, because I like even numbers. And let's say that your principal is $450. Okay. That means that the other is your escrow that covered taxes and cover insurance. Got me? Are you with me? Or am I by myself? I heard a wise man say. What you can do when you send extra payments, if your extra payment is an extra monthly payment, which is what they usually are referring to, then you attach it with a certified letter, giving them specific instructions of how to utilize that money. I've heard horror stories from people that said that they put the money in a non-interest bearing account because they said they didn't know what the hell that they wanted to do with it. And they thought it was being applied. And they sent in a few payments, and they kept throwing them in a non-interest bearing account. And even if you fall in foreclosure, they're not going to touch that money. Do you know why? Because you never gave them specified instructions. I've heard people say they have taken it and they applied it just like they do a regular payment. And they only saw just a few dollars come off of their principal balance. And there was kind of like a turnoff to them. It's like, I'm wasting my money doing that. For those that are really watching figures, you know. Others have said that they return the money. Every time I send it, they send it back. They crazy down there. I hear what you're saying, but I don't know if you know what you're talking about, because I sent it to them and they send it right back to me. They got a letter and they explain, I'm sorry, we don't know what you want to do with this. We are returning it to you. By law, we cannot hold your money. So we have to return it back to you. And you take it as if, that stuff don't work. Don't know what you're talking about. That's not it. No, no, no. What the problem was is that you didn't specify what and how you want them to apply this extra funds. People do it all the time. People are very suave because they know taxes go up every year, and they always overpay because they know they're going to put in a non-interest bearing account. At the end of the year, they're going to cut a check and return all that money to you because by law, they can't hold on to it. But you can give them specified instructions and say, no, 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 no. Take some of that and apply that to the overpay that I'm getting charged each and every month. And if you got enough to cover the overcharge for the full year, then they'll take out of that, and whatever is left over, they'll send it to you. And you got people who work strategies like that, where they never see an increase in a mortgage payment because your mortgage payment on a fix never increases, but the escrow based off the taxes in your area increases, which will seem like your mortgage is increasing, which is never is. It's just your escrow is increasing. Okay, and so they offset that so they can maintain that perfect level. A lot of people use that strategy. Okay, it's a good strategy to use. Some people use it and then use the money to go Christmas shopping with. Okay, it's a good strategy. All right, but you give a specification of how you want this to be applied in a certified letter. Please apply these funds to my principal/principal only, because you understand the laws of economics. If you tear down the principal, the interest automatically falls. If the interest automatically falls, then the term falls too. And so you're paying this out earlier than what you thought. Okay? That's a good way to do it. Great way to do it. So you can afford to pay double what you're paying now, then put a certified letter, my suggestion to you, and have it applied to the principal/principal only, and you can knock off 5 years out of your 25-year mortgage or your 20-year mortgage or your 15-year mortgage. You can knock that out so quickly, it's unbelievable. And the way the earth is spinning on its axis so fast, 5 years will go by so fast until you look around the corner. Damn, is it 2 years already? Holy cow, let me go to the bathroom. And then you come back. It's 4 years already. That's how fast that things is spinning. So you'll be surprised how quickly what you gain out of it and pay your mortgage off even faster. There are other mortgage payoffs, I heard them, strategies that can be used, and that's great. Another good strategy, if you have an index universal life policy, a great thing to have. If you don't have it, you need to talk to me and call my office so I can give you and send you some information on the index universal life policy. Everybody needs an extra bucket of money, and to have it to be secured. Oh man, that's a great word. Have it to be secured by an insurance company. Holy cow. Guaranteeing you. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Guaranteeing you in writing that you're going to have this money. And I've seen people utilize that to even apply to help them pay off their mortgage quickly. That's just another way. That's only 2 ways that I would try. All the other stuff out there that you're going to hear about, good luck on you. HUD. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about grant information. Apply HUD funds. Register with grant.gov. I want to talk to you about the HOPE IV program. Roman numerals 1I equal 1, 2I equal 2, 3I equal 3, IV equal 4. Okay. We used to sing ours. That's how we knew what our Roman numeral was. The Hope 4 program is a demonstration that combines rental assistance with case management and supportive service to help very low income and fragile elderly person remains in an independent living environment and to prevent their premature placement in nursing homes. This program was developed as a result of a recommendation by the National Commission on Seriously Depressed Public Housing, which was charged with proposing a national action plan to eradicate surely depressed public housing. The commission recommended a violation in the 3 general areas: physical improvement, management improvement, social and community service to address residents' needs. Can I get a grant? After I listen to you tell me that, can I get a grant to pay off my mortgage? Yes or no? Don't give me none of your mumbo jumbo. Can I get a grant to pay off my mortgage? Yes or no? Actuality, you're on the cuff of that. May I explain? Keep Your Home California offers a mortgage assisting program. I want you to think on that. The program is called Keep Your Home California. The state of California offers a mortgage assisting program. We got a lot of Californians out there. Hey guys, specially call now unemployment mortgage assistant. Now, you know, you can go to blogtalkradio.com/mortgage talk 1. And you can go on there and you know that I talk about a lot of programs that the federal government have. The UP program, which is for unemployed people. You can be on unemployment, and the UP program can help you and assist you and will pay your mortgage for you. That's a federal program. blogtalkradio.com/mortgage talk 1, the number 1 symbol, where our history is at. And you can go down and scroll down and find the foreclosure programs that I talked about then. And yeah, I talked about 3 years, 5 years, 7 years back. And when they got revamped, I'm talking about them now, okay? To tell you what was the difference, okay? But you can go back and get that information. Meanwhile, hold on. Let me finish this up, and then I'll come back and tell you about it. Let me finish this up. So the Keep Your Home program in Cali is known as the specially called unemployment mortgage assistance program. This grant gives a homeowner up to $3,000 per month for the maximum time of 18 months to pay the mortgage, period. Participating must be unemployed and collecting state unemployment to qualify for the program. Every state has that program. Some states were hit harder in COVID-19, and so that program may have to join other programs, or that program was eliminated. You have to find out in your neck of the woods. In Illinois, they have the same type of program. Denver has the same type of program. There are a lot of the other states have the program. Unknown to me whether the program still exists under the pandemic umbrella that we are still under today. Okay? Today, April the 30th. So you have to do your work diligently to contact your local government or go on their website and see what type of unemployment program they have for people who are unemployed, that is on unemployment, that the program work from. You got to act quickly on this now, okay? You got to act quickly. If you act quickly on this, it can assist you. There are other programs out there that the federal government has tag team with local state government. There are programs out there that if you have a renter renting, you rent out rooms. People rent out rooms now. Don't just rent out. They ain't got a whole thing to give them, so they rent out rooms. But the people that would live there was hit by COVID-19. They can't just put those people out. The government mandated that. If they do, they can get themselves in a world of trouble. Trouble that they don't have the money to get out of and don't want their reputation to stick. So those people have to stay there and don't pay any rent. Well, the state and local government have a program that they can fill out, provide proof, and they'll give them $5,000. But they got to provide proof of this. And once that is provided, they put that money in your account so fast, you think they owed you this money, and you were sending Bruno and Bobby out to take care of the job. So there are programs out there that you're going to have to get up and do some researches on, okay, in your neck of the woods. Low-income family. How can I get free money to build a house? Low-income family? I'm going to combine step one and step two in this because there's three parts of this. And I'm going to explain step one and step two because it's so closely together. To get government money to build a house for low-income families or individuals with disabilities, contact the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, known as HUD, to obtain the first-time home buyer's grant. Some previous homeowners may still qualify for the grant. Availability will be depending. Those that lost their homes due to a disaster, contact the Federal Emergency Management Agency, known as FEMA. FEMA provides grants and for giving assistance to victims of disasters. Share the love, baby, because there's blessings in the love. Share the love. If you fall in that category, share the love and tell others that you may know that may be in that category too. Remember I said the 3 dots at the bottom, click them on, share it on your social media, and then so others can hear about it too. Now you got to do some research on your own. Research is not no long-term longevity. You know, you just got to go and collect a little bit more information, okay, that I'm giving you. And in that process of collecting a little bit more information that I'm giving you, what you can do is get clarification on what I'm telling you. You always got to verify stuff that people say, okay? You know, and so you'll get clarification, you'll get verification, and you'll get further information on what I'm talking about now. And that's all you have to do, okay? And I'm telling you where to go to get the information from. To find grants to help to find grants to help pay for building a home, there is either green or to cover some energy efficient building materials. Enlist the help of the database of state incentives for renewable and efficiency called the DSIRE. I just tell you what it meant. Incentive for renewable and efficiency. The database helps determine what grant or rebate your state offers its residents. The database can be found at DSRE USA.gov. Say it again. DSRE USA.gov. Give you more information and where to go, download the forms. Okay. All right. And it is free to use. See if you qualify. Government replace your roof? Yes or no? Does the government, and I got that question too. I had 9 people say, I was told that the government will replace your roof from the COVID-19 and all this other stuff. They got programs that will replace your roof. There are some local state programs out there that will do that, and they do it for seniors, and they do it for low income. I mean, you got to make less than $10,000, and they do it for them. They will do your furnace for you. I mean, if you fall in that, utilize your local government. Utilize them first, because you got a quicker chance and a faster chance of getting it. So get out there and utilize that first. Now, let's get back to here. Does the government replace your roof? Yes, they do. Well, here's how that goes. Federal government for roof repair and replacement aren't as common as loans. If you want to repair or replace your roof with a more energy efficiency materials, you can probably qualify for the tax credit, and you might be able to get some low interest loans to help with the costs. roofing grant, however, are usually limited to certain demographic groups, to certain non-for-profit organizations. If you don't earn much money, you have more options. The federal government is less likely to offer grant than state and local government. Goes back to what I was saying. Has a limited group that can do this. So the program does exist, but those two particular groups have much of a better chance in getting it than you. But your local state government has programs that can help you. And even your local state government has programs that you don't have to have a particular bad demographic area to qualify for the program due to the pandemic. But you're going to have to go to your local state government program and check it out. You're going to have to be able to do some of the footwork. We're working from home as it is. Okay, I work from home. I've been working from home for a very long time. So the pandemic didn't do nothing for me. I worked at my office. I downsized before the pandemic hit. And I used to work from my home in the mortgage industry for a long, long time. I had an office for 7 years. Me and my partner broke up, and I don't want the overheads. So I work from home. I tried it, see how it would go for me. Went well for me. I loved it, made lots of money. Even had my assistants to come here and work with me. So I'm accustomed to that. And this is the new norm now. So working from home, you doing it. So why is it that you can't find the time to investigate some of these programs that I'm talking about? There's a lot out there, even some that I haven't even got a chance to mention to you. That's why I tell you to go to blogtalkradio.com/mortgage talk one, the number one symbol, and scroll down and look for some of the government foreclosure programs that I talked about. Now, some of the programs were created by the Obama administration, and you know how they felt about Barack Obama. You know, they put time limit on those programs, and on December the 31st, whatever year that program was left in, ended. But they did come back with a few programs similar to or non-similar to. So there are programs out there. And under the Biden administration, it's gonna return like it was under the Barack administration. But I believe you're gonna get more programs offered out there to help homeowners, especially the 4 million that's gonna lose their homes in 2 months. Some of these programs can help you that I talked about. Some of you that's on foreclosure, look at the UP program. Remember, your local state government offers the same program along with the federal government. If you get on the federal UP program, can I get on the local state government UP program at the same time? No, you cannot. You cannot. Both computers talk to each other. No, you cannot. Okay, if the UP federal program good for 12 months, and I'm off the program at the end of December, and here it is in December, can I apply for the state UP program? Yes, you can. Because it's going to ask you, are you on the federal UP program? Your answer is going to be yes. But this is going to ask you, when does it end? You're going to put down when it ends. Simple, real simple, real easy. Okay. Can you qualify still? Of course you can, if there's money still available. With a massive foreclosure, programs are going quickly. So you have to move quickly. And don't be discouraged if one program gets sold out. Find out when's the next funding. Jot it down. Now move on to another program. Become that program seeker like you did when you was that shopper seeker. Seeking for bargains, seeking for the Gucci bag, seeking, I want to pay less on this, seeking for the bad watch that you want. I want to pay less on that. Become that kind of seeker of information. Remember, I told you Mortgage Talk is under the umbrella of Information Center, where we give you nothing but the facts within the facts, none of our own personal opinion, but just the facts. We don't try to reinvent the wheel, because what we think we tell you is on the wheel. What is Information Center? Information Center is the library. Your local library has a lot of information there. It really does. And believe it or not, it's going to become a dinosaur. And now you can even get some discs with information like this about, whatever the library may have. You ought to buy this. This is something that you may want to hold on to for a long time. And if the library offers it for certain sections, buy it. It's worth it. I'm telling you, it's worth it. Okay? Collect your books. It's worth it. Build your own library at your home so you can leave it for your children's children. It's worth it. You got to start thinking like that. But Information Center has all information. And so you can look up a lot of these programs that I'm talking about, and they're updated. Okay. Final one. If you fall into a low or very low income category, there are some federal grants worth checking out. By low or very low income, the federal government means 50% of your area media income has dropped. For very low income area, 50 to 80% of the average media income in your area has dropped to those statistics that automatically qualifies you for a grant, free money, for a grant program, okay, to help you. One type of grant that's available is the Housing Preservation Grant Program, which is available through the United States Department of Agriculture. It has a $10 million grant budget. So, you fall in that category, get to stepping, get the information. Go to the U.S. Department of Agriculture website, look for the Housing Preservation Grant Program. Now, for some of you that don't know that the United States Department of Agriculture is into real estate, they are. There's a USDA loan that they do. They're into real estate. They follow HUD's guidelines. Okay? They're very competitive with HUD on interest rate. And whereas HUD is at 96.7% of the loan now, the United States Department of Agriculture will give you 100% of the loan. Like VA. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So they got a great program. And so they're in and has been in the housing market for a very long time. So don't get how United States Department of Agriculture isn't that about some cattle and stuff like that? They handle everything. They even have the title to your boat. Everything goes through the United States Department of Agriculture. It's one of the most powerful departments in the administration. So they have some stuff for you. So there's opportunities out there. And yes, I'll be talking about various programs throughout on Tuesday's show. I'm going to be talking about various programs, foreclosure programs. I will not spend a show after show after show, but I will be talking about it, and I will be focusing on our main topic too. But I'm also going to incorporate this into what we talk about on Tuesday at 6:30. Just go to blogtalkradio.com/mortgage talk one, the number one symbol, and you can tune in or download the icon of speaker.com and type our name in, mortgage talk one, number one symbol. We will simulcast with Blog Talk Radio. So when we're on speaker.com, we're on Blog Talk Radio just as well. And so you'll get that information. On HAMP TV every Friday at 4:30, we're talking about the title because there's so much information there. And I'm going to share that with you and give you more information next Friday as we go back. But I had to say something because today was a day that I just could not share this information with you, with 4 million people going to be losing their homes in 2 months. I hope this really helps you out. I hope it generates you, that you get out there to learn more and to gain more information. Remember, you can always email me at mortgagetalk1@gmail.com. That's mortgagetalk1@gmail.com. So you can always do that. And I'm more than happy to answer any and all of your questions. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that beautiful that you can do this? Yeah, I will take the time out of my busy day to do this. And trust me when I tell you, I have to take some energy medicine and even this. I take some good brain food medicine just to keep me going. Okay, so I'm telling you, a lot of good information. We've been bitten by the bug of the gift of giving. You love to continue to do that. It is indeed a blessing. I thank the great I am. He's been so wonderful to me and especially to my family, even through disasters. Losing the oldest son to COVID-19 and the wife had COVID-19 and it's a blessing from her physical illness that she's still here. Going into it and still surviving. Ain't nothing but God. Don't tell me, man. I'm a living witness. And then our oldest daughter, she caught it. A blessing for her because prior to catching it, she had a miscarriage, and so she was on antibiotics, and so that saved her. That could have been a big tragic loss, and that kind of reminds me that when my mom and dad was in the hospital at the same time, we thought we were going to lose both of our parents, but we wound up losing one, unfortunately, but which was my dad. But it was so close in losing both parents at the same time. I remember that feeling. It was just a confusing, lost feeling, And now you spit off of that, and then now I could have lost all of my immediate family. Having the remaining 2 children, but that would have been a very tragic point. Even though my wife do get on my nerves, but that would have been a very tragic point. So, so God is good all the time. God is good. So I just have to share a personal testimony with you that I will not put Rick Montgomery's name on anything that is not right, and I don't involve myself with anything that's unjust. So I run my own agency. I'm an insurance producer and a commercial mortgage broker. I have 21 years in the residential mortgage broker market. That's why I can talk to you about it on Mortgage Talk. And I've done a lot of the things that I'm sharing with you. Now, some of the programs I have not been interpersonally involved with it, heard about it, read about it, and can share with you from my professional involvement on what some of these programs contain, and encourage you to go out and to do your homework diligently. There's other good community programs out there like Rainbow Push. that can share some good information with you. They can even lead you to some good information. Okay, they still out there. They still fighting in the trench. You don't hear their name out there as much, but they weren't out there for the name to shine. They doing the work in the back, baby. They was in the front, not in the back again. They don't care because it wasn't about that. It was about them doing the work, and they still doing the work. And so Mortgage Talk and many, many other shows like this is out there sharing information with you, through our social media and on our media platform like HAMP TV. Okay. So I encourage you. Come on, guys. I definitely encourage you. Hold on a second. All right. Well, that's it for us on our show. I had to get this out of my nose. I thank you guys for joining me here on Mortgage Talk. I'll see you back here again next week. God bless you. May forever.
Thank you for listening to Mortgage Talk. I hope this information is something that you can use for your mortgage needs. Remember to tune in next week at the same time for more Mortgage Talk. God bless you.